talking about sustainability from a Greenspoon perspective, and then trying to connect that with sustainable farming.
Yeah.
Right. So what role do you think e-commerce has in terms of helping transform our food system into a more sustainable farming system? If you have an example of how Greenspoon has helped a farmer or two in terms of them now being online rather than depending mostly on brick and mortar normal supermarkets.
What sets us apart from our competitors is that we believe in farmers and suppliers. Right? Even if there is not a product yet, we believe in them, right? So we will stand next to them and try to help them instead of saying like, okay, send me your price list and maybe we'll buy. And if your price is 5 shillings higher, I will not buy, right? And if your product expires, please take it back. We try to be good partners, right? So we don't see ourselves as customers, but we really see ourselves as partners with our suppliers. I think a very good example is Forest Foods, and it's like a company I love. Sven is an agronomist, and he knows a lot about farming, way more than I do. I know nothing actually. He is building the first agroforestry here in Kenya with the idea that if you have an agroforestry, it retains more water. It's crop succession. It's a 3D way of producing food that is powered by everything that's happening below the soil, right?
Yeah.
That could help regenerate huge parts of the land, right? Make it more productive, make it more erosion-proof, climate-proof. And we were visiting their farm already before they started producing, right? And they started producing, and of course, as you start a business, your model changes all the time. And we have been there to support them from the first moment to whatever you have, just bring it to us and we'll start selling it. And it was expensive in the first time. But now at this moment we have, for example, eggs from Forest Foods. At the moment we put them on our website, they sell out immediately. And we've helped them, coached them, given them access to customers, to test their model, to get feedback on it. And they have been extremely receptive and supportive. And they're going to build, hopefully, a business that is not only doing a couple of acres, but hopefully will build agroforestries for thousands and thousands and thousands of hectares, right?
Yeah.
And turning unproductive land into productive land that is strong enough to withstand heavy rains or heavy droughts that we're going to have here.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah. So from your perspective, it's more of giving those sustainable farmers a place for them to sell their produce.
Yes.
And also sort of feel welcomed by the products that they are offering.
Yeah, and also connecting them in the ecosystem, right? Because organic farmers still use ways to reduce pests, right?
Yeah.
So combining them with people, say like, hey, I have this new biofertilizer, or I have this new bioherbicide, or we have a strawberry farmer here who has a problem, that we connect them to another strawberry farm. So we really believe in the ecosystem approach. Look, if you're a farmer, you play in a huge market, right? So that means that the level of competitiveness between you as farmers should be pretty low.
Yeah.
Right? There's a market price. You all do your best. So why don't help each other? And we can all learn something from each other.
So you're also sort of helping them build sort of a community, where they can feel like they belong in terms of trying to...
And someone who picks up the phone if they have a question. So we have a Brian, we send him to the farms to check, to help, connecting him to farmers, to suppliers. I think that's really important, right? At this very nascent stages of organic in Kenya.